Maryland. And we are going to be lucky as we see the man to round out our simmering list here on Heavyweight Explosion. Hasim, that's Mark Young. Bit of a trial horse type of fighter tonight. Give Rahman some very good work. He's been in with everybody. Don't let his record fool you. Very experienced fighter. He's been with Zelko Marovic, Shannon Briggs.
How about Mike Tyson?
Nicholson, Mike Tyson, Buster Mathis Jr., Jeremy Williams, and there's Rahman. One of the more impressive young fighters around today, also trained by Jinx Morton.
Well, as a stepping stone, Mark Young is used to being stepped on. At one point, from 1992 through last year, he lost all 11 fights, Arnie, and had not won since 92. He was basically 0 for 93, 4 and 5. Last May, he lost a 10-rounder to Boone Pultz, former contender. Not in heavyweight division, of course.
Well, Hasim Rahman, though, one of the more promising up-and-comers, and we're going to hear about him as we go up to our ring announcer, Mark Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Kushner Promotions, Players Island Casino and Hotel in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, presents 8 rounds heavyweights. Your referee for this event from Folsom, Louisiana, Paul Cida. Introducing now the principals first. In the blue corner to my left, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, weighing in at 237 pounds, with a professional record of 14 victories, 30 defeats. He has 2 draws and 9 wins by way of knockout. He hails from Charlotte, North Carolina. Here is Mark O'Very Young. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing in at 234.5 pounds. He is undefeated in 15 professional bouts. He has 13 by way of knockout. He hails from Baltimore, Maryland, but now makes his home in Houston, Texas. Here is Hasim the Rock Rahman. 8 rounds heavyweights.
Scheduled for 8, but don't leave your seat. Rahman, a devastating puncher. 13 knockouts and 15 wins. And again, the Louisiana rules tonight, 10-point must in effect, standing 8 count in effect, 3 knockdown rule in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you can be saved by the bell only in the last round. Jinx Morton giving last-second instructions to Hasim Rahman as we start round number 1. Scheduled for 8. It's Rahman in the black. Mark Young, well-known trial horse, comes in with a 14-30 record.
Take a good
He's
look
in
at
the
Mark.
blue shorts with the
Take
white
a good
thread.
look at Mark Young, because you're not going to see him here very long.
Rahman only been the distance twice in his career, the first time in his schedule 10 against Ross Purity. Other distance fight way back in early in his career, March 95, Jeff Williams in a 4-round. Young landing a nice overhand right. Very patient fighter, Hasim Rahman.
And you see Rock, excuse me, Arnie, you see Rock trying to get him to lower those arms so then he can go upstairs with that power right hand.
He shows an amazing amount of poise, though, for a fighter with only 15 professional fights.
And he really feels he's ready to step up. He's going to fight Jesse Ferguson September 12th on a TVKO card.
That's our main event on our September 12th Heavyweight Explosion show.
And they're also talking about him fighting Trevor Berbick in October. And that would be a step up in terms of him fighting somebody with some kind of name recognition to get those notches in his belt as he moves up the heavyweight ranks.
And with all due respect to Trevor, he's still got some chops left. When he beat Melvin Foster after coming out of incarceration. And I got to tell you, I was fairly impressed with that performance. And nevertheless, for a young up-and-coming heavyweight champion, heavyweight contender, you want to have an ex-heavyweight champion on your record.
Rock needs to keep using that jab. He's playing Young a little bit cheap here in a sense. figuring that Young is not going to offer him much of an offense. He's got to keep those hands up and keep the jab moving.
Young has 8 knockouts to his credit. The last one, though, was back in 1992 against Cedric Sims, stopping him in 1 round.
And you see the legs already going under Mark Young as Rock pins him against the ropes, and the overhand right.
Standing 8 count in effect here in Louisiana and being employed.
4, 5, 6.
Jinx Morton giving a signal, telling Rockman to go to the body, and he does. Throws a right into the side of Mark Young. Young, though, keeps his hands pinned up at his head. Rockman came upstairs. The hands were still there. Under 20 seconds to go in round number 1. We're scheduled for 8.
Get ready for an uppercut, Arnie, when Young leans in.
Another good body shot to the right side.
And you see Mark's hands starting to drop a little bit to try to protect those ribs.
Round 2.
Round number 2, we're scheduled for 8. That's Hasim the Rock Rahman in the black shorts, undefeated, up-and-coming heavyweight, 15-0, 13 knockouts, trained by Jinx Morton.
And
Mark Young, he's in the blue shorts with the white stripe.
We heard Jinx say between rounds, don't get lazy with the jab, which Rock definitely was. Coming out with a much peppier left hand in the second round.
You can see certain things, though, that he hasn't learned. He tried to hook off the jab, but it's a lazy hook off the jab.
No snap behind it, and a little bit too wide.
Good overhand right again, though, on Young.
Young is picking off some of those shots with his gloves. Some are definitely landing. And now Rock teeing off as he has him pinned. Mark Young surviving the onslaught thus far from the young heavyweight from Baltimore, Maryland.
Still a lot of time, though, to go here in round number 2. Good rights to the body again. That's been the best punches thus far in the fight for Rockman.
Mark just does not have any snap on his punches, can't get any leverage. Really not a threat offensively, and not much of one defensively either.
Well, again, with a 14-30 record and 8 knockouts, and the last one coming back in '92, I think they knew that. They big fights with Jesse Ferguson right here on Heavyweight Explosion in September. Good overhand right. He's got Young rocking. Look for another step in by the referee for a standing 8. Young thought about going down to 1 knee. Still over a minute to go in round number 2. We're scheduled for 8.
I tell you what, Rock landed 5 right hands, and Mark Young is still standing.
Well, Zelko Marovic had Young out in 6. Shannon Briggs had him out in 6. Adelson Rodriguez took him out in 7. 6 rounds with Jeremy Williams. Greg Page in 6. Alex Stewart in 6. He hangs around. George Foreman, he went 7 rounds with. Mark Young stays there. As the expression goes, takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
And that's why he still uses a journeyman club fighter. He will try, he will give it an effort, and that's what he's doing here. A lot of guys in his position, believe me, would have laid down by now.
Went 8 rounds with Quick Tillis way back in 1986. His pro career began in June of '83. Rockman began in December of '94.
Rock went away from the body a little bit. He needs to get Young to drop those hands.
As we end round number 2, this is scheduled for 8.
Morton thinks that Mark Young's had enough. I wouldn't be surprised if he would like to see this fight stopped where it is. He keeps looking into the corner of Mark Young, and it looks like we're going to have a stoppage. Mark Young is either quitting his corner or the fight's going to stop.
Wow. Well, we'll go up to Mark Biro. He's the man with the answer and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue corner retires before the start of the 3rd round. The winner officially by technical knockout in round 3, Hasim the Rock Rahman.
Well, we're going to get to see Hasim Rock Rahman in a much more competitive situation on our next heavyweight explosion show. When he takes on Jesse Ferguson, and we take a look at Mark Young. Nevertheless, Rock Rahman improves to 16-0. That's his 14th knockout. A wise move, I think, on the part of Mark Young, John, to sit there after round number 2. He was taking a pounding.
I guess he rethought about what I said about hanging in there and being a tough guy, and decided discretion was a better part of valor, as they say.
All right. And for those of you who happened to tune in earlier, we've had a lot of great fighters here in heavyweight